and welcome to this tutorial on how to sew the Xalli top. This top comes in 3 different lengths. We have this full-length top I'm wearing right now and the crop top, which also comes together with a skirt. I also have a tutorial for that one. And then you can also choose to make the bikini version, which also comes with matching bottoms. I also have a tutorial for that. Right now we're focusing on the top. The pattern is linked in the description of this video. You can download it and cut it out in your size. Then you will also, of course, need fabric. We have this elastic fabric. I'm using swim fabric to make a bikini. You will also need some 5mm wide elastic. For the bikini, I recommend you use some swim elastic. Of course, what we also need is the ring. I bought these off Amazon and I'm also linking them below, but you can get them at any other shop as well. I really recommend you use an overlock or serger if you have one, but if you don't have one, don't panic. It's alright to use your normal sewing machine as well, as long as you have any zigzag or stretch stitch, which normally every sewing machine has, so there's no problem in that. I will always point out when it's okay or when you should use a straight stitch. So that is all, and let's get started.
First of all, I'm cutting all my pattern pieces. Normally, of course, you should place all pattern pieces in the same direction, but for my fabric it didn't really make a difference, and I had to prioritize saving fabric since I was cutting from remnants. If you're making the bikini top, you don't need to cut the extension pattern pieces. So these are all pattern pieces except for the straps, cut and ready to go. I start by sewing the straps after putting them right sides together along the long side. Now they are ready for being turned inside out with a loop turner or safety pin. Let's get back to the main pattern pieces. I sew them together at the side seams. And I do the same for the lining, but mirrored. Next we can put the main fabric and lining right sides together. I put the straps between both layers, the longer strap on the left side and the shorter strap closer to the back. They should start at the top of the front piece and end at the notches marked in the back. Then we can sew along the top without closing the wider straps yet. As always, the seams can also be sewn with a regular sewing machine and a stretch stitch instead of an overlock. Now we can attach the wide straps by firstly turning the front strap inside out. And then by tucking it into the back strap. Be careful not to twist it in the process. Once I've put the ends together, I can go ahead and sew all 4 layers. So now that the straps are sewn together, we proceed differently for version X and Y. For view X, the bikini, the next step is to sew the bottom closed, right sides together, and add an elastic band to the seam for additional support. For this, you can use an elastic foot if you have one. Simply insert the elastic into the foot like so, and then place both layers of fabric underneath. Alternatively, you can also just gently pull the elastic while sewing. Now I'm turning the top inside out. This step is for both versions X and Y. I will finish the front on both sides by sewing both layers of fabric together. Almost done! Now we continue with version Y. First we need to finish the edge of this curve by folding it over and top stitching it with a twin needle. Now we can put the front and back extension pieces right sides together and sew the side seams. After finishing the bottom of top view Y, the extension can easily be pinned to the top by aligning the side seams and the center back. In order to leave room for the ring, the notches at the front indicate where to stop sewing the extension to the top. I'm also adding an elastic to the seam for additional support. Then I fold the seam allowance upwards and top stitch it with a twin needle. I also folded upwards at the open front in order to hide the raw edge. While I'm at it, I'm also sewing the hem of the top extension with my twin needle. The last step for all versions is to add the ring. I do this by folding the open edge at the front over the ring. Then I move the needle as close to the ring as possible. It's also great to use a zipper foot for this step. And then I sew along the ring with a straight stitch, continuously folding the edge over the ring. I do the same on the other side. And this was the last step.
And that's it. It's all done. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more sewing tutorials and sewing patterns. See you in the next tutorial. Bye!